So we're starting today's walk from the Godrevy car park, the main one with the hard standing and the cafe there. The fields are closed today, so we can't park on there. We're heading for Hell's Mouth. Hopefully the cafe's open, but from this car park that's probably about 2.5 miles, so 5 miles in total. So let's go. So you don't have to go too far, and opens out to this view. Obviously it would be much nicer if the sun was shining, but still an extraordinary view anyway. Absolutely gorgeous. That in the distance there is St Ives. And looking over that way is Godrevy Lighthouse, which is the way we're heading as we've started in the main car park. So we're looking back now towards the Hale estuary, which is around where that bends around there in the distance. But you can see when the tide's out like this, you can walk literally all the way along. Now that is 3 miles of golden sands, which you would have seen on the sign coming down. But I'm not sure that this isn't more than 3 miles of golden sands when the tide's right out like that. And you can just carry on walking all the way along that beach, all the way along. I mean, you can't go right to the lighthouse, but you're pretty close. This is quite well, in the future could be an important part really, because that house there, I believe, is where, or in that vicinity, is where the new car parks are going to go. I don't know if you're aware, but the general fields, which you can see in the distance there, where people park now, those 3 fields, the access to there is eroded. So I'm not sure how much longer they're going to trust vehicles going along that way. I'll show you a bit more when we get there. So this is the part that I think is causing all the problems, the access to the car park. And as you can see, the walkway here is very, very close to the edge, as you can see. Now it doesn't look like that's happened recently, but they're obviously concerned about it. And I think a study that took place about 20 years ago said they had between 20 and 25 years before this became a real issue. So as you can see, there is no path there at a point because of the erosion, so people have to walk in the road. So yeah, I think this is the causing them the issues. And then of course you can just walk here, walk up the lane. That's where the public toilets are. That barrow over there, it tells you a little bit about the barrow and the ancient burial ground. It tells you a bit about that. And yeah, you can, I'm sure you'll be able to carry on walking this way. You just won't be able to park eventually. These 3 fields that are very, very busy and very popular won't be accessible, I don't think, unfortunately. So I'm stood now in between the 3 fields which you can generally park on. They are closed this time of year sometimes if the weather's been bad, or for reseeding, all that sort of thing. But yeah, looking right back across the bay there, as you can see. It's difficult to imagine that, I don't know, 3,000 years ago, maybe even less, this bay didn't exist. There was no water in this bay, that was land. It's just mad to think of it, isn't it? So you walk up the path. It's clearly visible from the car parks there, to join the Southwest Coast Path. You can go around that little headland bit there, which takes you closer to the lighthouse, and you're then right by the seals. Now, there are hundreds of them down there today. Sometimes you'll come here and there aren't any. They're over out fishing, playing, or whatever they're doing, but just look at that. On the beach there, that's not rocks, that is all seals. Absolutely loads of them. So pretty good day for that. Close the lid down. Mother used to say that that meant we were expecting rain. This is one of my favourite spots on this walk. Looking back is absolutely amazing. On a sunny day, it is stunning. This view from here, oh, it's just breathtaking. It is breathtaking. I love it. So you get to this point, and as you can see that people have walked that way, the grasses or the bracken's cut or whatever, but this is the way that most people go. You can go either way. Obviously if you go off to the left where I'm going, the walk will be a little bit longer, but if you start in those 3 fields down there, it's less than 2 miles anyway each way, so that will be cutting it down to 1.75 miles or 1.5 miles maybe. So up to you really, how you're feeling, what the weather's like, etc. So whichever path you take, you end up here, and just a bit further on the coast path, or rejoining the coast path, and then this kind of view opens up. Again, an absolutely stunning view. Much better, I think, in the sunshine. We are heading for that. There's a cove over there. I'm not sure if you can see it on here, but there's a cove over there which we are heading for. Hellsmouth Cafe is our final stop. It's decent underfoot too. Stretches of it are just grass, or mud depending on what time of year you do it, and other stretches are what you can see there, which is just like stony paths really. So it's not too bad. It's a little bit up and down, but it's not, you know, I wouldn't say that it's beyond anyone's capabilities. Not great if you're a wheelchair user, unfortunately. So after you go up a relatively long stretch of sort of muddy stony path, you come to this bit. Now lots of people miss this. It's a left turn in here. If you go straight up there, you just go to the road. You need to go left to stay on the coast path. There's like there is a sign here, so you can see where you're supposed to go. And as with most coast paths, this one is no different. It has absolutely amazing far-reaching views over the countryside. So we've arrived at Hellsmouth and Hellsmouth Cafe, which you can see is closed. No coffee and cake for me today. Here we are looking down on Hellsmouth. You can see the coastal erosion. And there you go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. You're looking at just under 2 miles if you go from where the fields are, and about 2.5 miles if you go from where we've gone today. So about 5 miles if you go both ways, which is a lovely little walk really. It's quite calm today, even though it's sort of out of season. It's still lovely. Less people, but obviously if you come when it's been raining, you might find some muddy bits. But all in all, a great walk. Hope you've enjoyed it. Give us a like or a comment if you've done this bit of walk, or if you're planning on doing it, if you're coming down this way. It's one of our favourite walks. We've done it hundreds of times, so I guarantee you'll like it. And a subscribe would be magical. See you in the next one. Cheers.